Hello and welcome to this another video. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to work on text on Figma. So in the previous video where we created the shapes that is here, I show you how to work on shapes on Figma, and in one of our previous video also I've showed you how to work on frames, and also we've created a new video separately on introduction to the Figma elements, this UI design element right there. So but the purpose for this video is to show you how to work on text. So I'm going to delete all of this as we do not need them right now for our designs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and delete all of them. So, all right, so now we're going to start working with text. That is the purpose for this particular video, so that we go in depth in text, how to do some transformations, increasing font and all that, and looking at font type and all things that you need to know about font and font transformations. All right, so to get started, we've had our frame already where we'll be designing whatever we want to do inside, and then from here we'll be doing all those other manipulations on text that need to be carried out. So I'm going to click on the text, and from this text here, as I clicked on it, I'll be clicking like this, and it will ask me I have to press something right now. Let's say I press hello world. Hello world. Now, one thing you should know is after you might have input your text and you click on it, it's only when you click on it that these characteristics will show itself. The first one is the alignment. If you look at the video we talked about in working on shape, you see we have the same type of alignment, right? It's the same type of alignment that is all there. So like I said, there's going to be a new video on working using constraints. It's a whole lot of thing on its own. And now let's look at some basic font manipulations and what we can do with text and font. So the first thing we need to know is how we can change the font name. Now let's say I want to duplicate this text into several parts. Now I'll be using the Alt key, holding the Alt key as usual, and then I duplicate this one. Then I can duplicate it further. Then I can duplicate it further. Then I can duplicate it further. So now all of these fonts, as they are here, they are having the same font type, the same font name, right? And they are having the same size, right? The font name that is here is Inter. This is Inter here, and then the type of the font is regular. So when you click on Inter, you will see thin, extra light, regular, medium, semi bold, bold, extra bold, and then you see black. So now if you click on all of these as I'm putting the cursor on them, the mouse on them, you are seeing that they are changing a little bit. Now let's start from the thin. So this thin is very very is thin, just like the name suggests. It's light and fade, very light. And then we have extra light, we have light, we have regular, we have medium, a little bit thicker, we have semi bold, we have bold, we have extra bold, and then we have black. This is the boldest of them all, if that is correct. So now you can actually go ahead to, you can still come to this side of italic, thin italic, extra light italic, light italic, italic. Now depending on the type of font that you want to work on, that will determine all of these characteristic. It's not all the fonts that have all of this. Now let's say for this particular one, I'm going to change the font from Inter. I'm going to change it to let's say we change it to this Irish Groover, right? And then I want to change the size from 12 so that it will be bold enough. I want to change the size to 24. Now from this 24, let me make this place a little bit bigger so that we can see what we are working on. Now this 24, now let's look at the font type. You see regular and all that. You see, now this is what I'm talking about. This font Irish Groover only have one, and that one type is regular. Now looking at these other fonts here, Inter, you see Inter has several other varieties. That is why we have all of this. We have all of this. But this particular font that is here is a perfect example. Irish Groover only has one type of its font, and that is regular, right? So just like I said the other time, it's not all fonts that we have several types of several characteristic, like thin, extra thin to extra bold to black and all that. Right, so to change the font size, this is the size here. You just click on it to input your own number, or just select and all that. So I change it to 20 now, and this is the type. So let's go ahead to change this font by font name to, let's change to stock web. Let's see if we can have some other characteristics or type of that font. We have only two type, okay, four type. We have regular, we have bold, we have italic, we have bold italic. So let's select bold, and then let's select 20. Okay, we can still go on ahead and click on this one and change the font type, font name to, okay, let's select this one. I'm just picking at random. I'm not even looking at the name, and then we select it to be 20, and then this type, let's see, maybe it's having several type. Oh, this one only have one type also, which is regular. Okay, we still have some varieties here. Varieties, you can also select this one and then come to the Inter, and I want to search for Roboto. Yes, this is the font I search for. Now this is a font that is commonly used for designing. By the time we have a real life project, we'll be talking about all these fonts and how to sell them more, like using a font and all this. Now this font Roboto, let's change it to 20 like others, and then we can look at if currently is at regular. So Roboto has a lot and lot and lot of options. We have the condensed extra light to condensed black, and then we have thin, we have extra light, extra bold, black, condensed, thin black, like that. See, lots and lots and lots of options of what we can select with Roboto in font, right? So now this is what fonts is all about, like different, selecting the font type, selecting the size and all that. So now we are going to still do a lot of other things, looking at all these other functions. So I'm going to type, let's say I select this one. I'm going to type some other words just randomly. This, oops, this is not a test. Oops, okay, test. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Yes, this is not a test. Now, as I type this, as we have this right now, I just want to show if we're having more than two lines, if we're having two lines or more than, then there are some modification that we can do to this text. Now, as I select this one, we can come to this side. Now, this side here is the line height. Now, what do I mean by line height? The line height is the height of these words, like the height of this particular from this side to this side. Now, from the up here to the up here, the line that the words are written on, right? So now if we come to this side and then we increase this line height, so we're going to see what will happen. Before is at auto, but if we increase it, that means that the height of this line, it will expand from this side to this side, and then it will also expand from this side to this side. So these are some of the modifications we can do to them. And now another one here is the letter spacing. Now letter spacing is the distance between each of the letter. Now we have hello, HELLO. So now look at from H to E, there is a little distance, a little gap between them. So that is what the letter spacing is about. Now if I drag it like this, you see what I'm talking about? 37%. You can always and always set it to the one you like. So this shows that there are more gaps between the hello, between the H and the E, between the E and the L, between the L and the L. So all of them maintain the same size throughout all the letters that are in the word. So even if I'm typing a new word, a new letter here, it will also maintain the same letter spacing. So now the other one here is the paragraph spacing. Here we have two paragraphs. So one thing that can happen is, you see here, if I just drag it, you see what I'm talking about? So the more I increase this size, the more the gap between paragraph here, paragraph spacing is the gap between the first paragraph and the second paragraph. So let's assume we have more than one paragraph, we have some other paragraph. Let's say I type here, how are you? Now this is what I'm talking about. So in as much we are still on this setting of paragraph spacing of 41, so any paragraph that is added to this, we always maintain these settings that we have in this place, right? So this is just how to do the manipulations of data of cell of data, I mean of text on Figma. So something else that could be done is here we have the alignment. Now this alignment is different from this first one. Now this first alignment, we only align this all of these things to the respect of the frame, or if it's inside anywhere. But this alignment of text, we have three alignments here. We have align left, align center, align right. So it's just like showing you the direction. How do you want your text to be displayed? So currently by default is at align left, like writing from left to right, right? But if you want it to align center, by clicking on this place, you see what I'm talking about. Everything here, we always align at the center. And if you want to write it from the uh, right to left, we click on align right. So everything like this, we start from this side like this and like this, right? So you can also change the fill color. You can change the fill color, like from black you can select any color of your choice, right, to change the fill color. But if you have a hex color, you can use it to change the color like that. Okay, so and like by clicking on the text again, you can, so the other font, you can add stroke. Like we've talked about strokes a lot of times when we were talking about some others. This is a stroke. You see the stroke is currently outside of it. You can do a lot of things. You can add effect if you want to, if there is a need for it. Currently now, the effect that is on this is a drop shadow, and we can see the cool effect all right there. So these are basic transformation of text. If you want to make it bigger, you can drag it from the side here, and if you drag it from the side, it means the text box will be bigger, but the text on it will not be bigger unless you come to the size here and then you select a bigger size for the text. Let's say 40, for example. All right, so these are the basic information about working on text and doing some transformation on text. Thank you so much for watching till now. I will be seeing you in the next video, and very soon we'll be doing a full project from the paper sketching to the completion of the project. Okay, so but for now, this is the basic information and transformation of text. Thank you. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video.